Hello, human peoples. You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. To support us and gain access to great exclusive podcasts like Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, and our latest show, Spiel Boys, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We do game streaming, movie nights with our patrons every Friday night, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want. Literally anything, within reason, and we have to do it. You are quite frankly out of excuses not to go visit patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds. They were like the elves in Lord of the Rings. They would have lived forever.
Yeah, if it not
except
be you.
they gave their lives to help defend Helm's Deep.
You're the Sauron of that.
Yeah, I am.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
My name is David Bell.
My name is Tom Ryman.
And we just watched In the Mouth of Madness. Here comes the airplane in the mouth of madness.
Get slimy little goo in there.
The riots began because the stores could not meet the demands of Sutter Kane's novel, In the Mouth of Madness.
Kane disappeared 2 months ago without a trace. You're the guy that writes horror books.
You can forget about Stephen King. Kane outsells them all.
Get the slimy little goo in there.
Before we get started, big thank you to Dr. Slaphammer.
Thank you,
an actual
Doc
doctor.
Slaphammer.
Yeah, I assume a real doctor.
Yeah.
Doc Slap
of
Hands.
slapping and hammer.
Yeah. Who had us watch In the Mouth of Madness, and we said, no problem.
No problem.
We do that anyway.
Constantly.
I just bought,
behind my eyelids.
There's a new 4K coming out. I just bought it. It looks
rad.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it does. It's an awesome film.
Thank you, Dr. Slaphammer. Yeah, this is so...
This is a perfect and wonderful film.
Yeah. Realization watching this again. This is the first John Carpenter film I ever saw, I realized. As a kid, I saw this way too early. As a kid.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
I actually saw The Thing later in life.
So did I.
Yeah, Halloween. This is like neck and neck with Halloween, I'd say, where for Carpenter films.
I think I saw this after Halloween. Halloween scared the shit out of me. I know.
Yeah.
I might have seen this before Halloween.
This scared the shit out of me.
Because this lurked on Showtime in the early 90s.
Yeah.
This is 1994.
I was blessed with a big sister who really liked horror as well. Mm-hmm. So I remember this was like a one that she rented or watched with friends and I was there or something.
Well, we were blessed with access to a free Showtime subscription at my grandparents' house.
That's cool.
And
that's real cool.
Free HBO at our house.
Ooh.
They just know. I guess the previous owners of our house had just never had HBO, and they just never turned it off when they left.
We had free cable for a while, and my parents called to rat themselves out, and it's like, why did you do that? Why?
Because there was a whole Simpsons episode about it.
No.
Lisa decided that stealing cable was a hell-worthy trespass.
Oh, right. It's not, Lisa.
No, Jesus steals cable. He would.
Oh, God, yeah.
He'd be
Have
out.
you seen
He would be so angry that you were making people pay for it.
If you close your eyes and picture a man who steals cable, he looks like Jesus.
He looks like Jesus.
Yeah. The robe.
However you're picturing Jesus,
yeah.
That's what that guy looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. The fuck? Anyway.
He would want free cable for everyone.
Of course he would. It's in the Bible.
That's what he preached.
This is definitely my favorite take on Lovecraft, I think.
I was going to say, this is my favorite Lovecraft adaptation that doesn't directly adapt any Lovecraft story.
Yeah,
there's a lot of references, but it's not a direct adaptation. It's just like a Lovecraft story, a Lovecraftian story.
Yes, it's about Sutter Kane, who they compared also to Stephen King. So there's some Stephen King.
Sutter Kane, Stephen King.
It's funny because I looked this up. This was just a script. It took years to make. Apparently, John Carpenter passed on it. And then, 5 years later, he was signed on to it.
He's second thought.
And it went around for a while, but
That's
it
nuts
feels...
that this was just something that somebody wrote.
Exactly. This is the highest compliment I can give it. It feels like it was based on a book.
It feels like it was at the very least, commissioned. Like, I am surprised to learn that John Carpenter wasn't like, I kind of want to do a Lovecraft movie. Let's get somebody to write one of those.
Right, because he said it's part of his Apocalypse trilogy
Yes.
with Prince of Darkness and
The Thing.
the other one, The Thing, yeah. And I haven't watched Prince of Darkness in a while, but I do, watching this again, thinking about like what makes this so like creepy is like I forgot how much it's about the inevitability of the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's about time becoming unstuck.
Right. And like there's a mention early on where Sam Neill mentions about like ruining the environment. As this, it's about an existential threat, right? This guy watching something play out that he's simply like they say it's basically like it is written, right? That is the idea.
I have to
here.
do it. He's written me this way. I have to do it.
Right. We are destined. Every species can smell its own extinction. This idea of like this thing is coming. You can't change it to the point that like when he tries to change things, it just starts over again. We get the time loop part, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of wheels. But yeah. I love the time coming unstuck is just very, it's such a cosmic horror idea.
Yes, I think that's what nails the Lovecraft part is the word madness, right? Like madness is key. Like when to me, where it's like, it's not enough to have a bunch of boogans. And in fact, they built a very complex animatronic for this and show it for like 3 seconds.
That's, I was going to say, one of the best things this movie does.
Yes.
Because it's like the Pennywise thing. Like, obviously, a lot of Stephen King, if you're a Stephen King fan and also a fan of Lovecraft, or are at least familiar, you know, he's inspired a lot by it. And like Pennywise from It is very much a Lovecraft monster.
Right.
But very often Stephen King will use a similar idea, the idea of a monster that you just can't explain what it looks like. It's that
right.
It's that foreign. It's that alien. So like the fact that
intangible.
Yeah. So like one of the best things this movie does is gives you just impressions of the monsters, which is a thing he does in The Fog really well.
Yes.
Because you never pirate ghosts should be cheesy, but they're
it's pretty
fucking spooky in The Fog, and you never really see them.
The Fog is one of those movies that, on paper, I'm like, that can't
That's
possibly
dumb as hell.
be scary.
Yeah, this is a Hardy Boys story.
And then you watch it and you're like, this feels like
movie rules.
The Fog feels like an ancient tale, you know, like there's something about it.
Yeah, close to this sort of like inevitable, like it's like you're like a scary legend. Like once a year, these ghosts will come ashore, and if you're not indoors, they will fuck you up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of good horrors have that, where it's like, it just is.
Yeah.
It's just this thing that just is. And with this, like there's an interview with Carpenter talking about like the intangible qualities, and he's like, you know, it's a problem. How do you show that? And his answer was, you show it really quick. And
or you show the edges of it. Like it's just the same way Spielberg did it.
Yeah.
You show the edges of the shark.
Yeah, exactly. Show just the pieces. Mm-hmm. Although I would have preferred the shark to pop out of the water and get stabbed by a boat and explode, personally.
Yeah, just do cartwheels.
Yeah.
I will say, like, it goes around a lot on social media, but the original Death of Alex Kittner, where they had the shark fully come out of the water, like you can see the photos of it. That looks fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like I see why he cut it out.
Yeah. And honestly, that kid's death is terrifying.
It's
in
terrifying
the real version.
anyway.
But I mean, this is why I like Jaws the Revenge, because I think Revenge, they do the banana boat. I know this isn't about Jaws, but the banana boat, I love the banana boat in Jaws the Revenge.
The banana boat?
Because it's the version of that I feel like they did for Kittner Kid.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, where that motherfucker just comes right out of the water and gobbles the banana boat.
Like you can almost see the gimbal. It comes like it's Jaws of Revenge is so funny because it has the best shark attack and the stupidest shark attack ever committed to film, in my opinion. Because like we were talking about impressions, the opening shark attack where Sean Brody is killed is just impressions of a shark attack, and it's horrifying. It haunted me as a child.
Yeah.
Haunted me as a child.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our
Haunts me
Jaws
as
of
an
Revenge.
adult. You watch it, it's still fucking fucked up. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's our show. Check out our
show.
Patreon.
That's our review of In the Mouth of Madness. We started talking about Jaws of Revenge.
No, I
A
mean,
shark,
I just
a creature people very much know. Talking about being impressionistic about it. But no, that's what makes monsters scary to me.
yes, this and It were the movies when I was a kid where I realized the depth of horror, like what it can truly be.
It was the first one that really got me there.
Where it's like horror can be abstract and confusing in a way.
Yeah.
Like they don't spell everything out, but you kind of like, there's a lot of just cosmic shit. And what that looks like.
Go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh, no, just shit like the scene where they're driving at night and the little kid on the bike, ding, 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 and then the loop of the old man on the bike.
He won't let me out.
Yeah, and you get this vibe. Oh, okay, he's in some sort of loop, and he's like,
And then they hit the guy, and they pull
Right.
over, and the guy rides past her, and she's just like,
yeah. And then they go
Like, it
through
reminds-
the bridge, and it's like this cosmic. They're in these clouds.
yeah,
and
they're
like,
go. It's like they're traveling through the umbilical cord of the Event Horizon,
right.
like into the engine.
I think a lot of this was stuff that I knew as like Labyrinth is this, where Labyrinth gave me a feeling of like, oh, magic can be scary.
Magic can be scary and weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Dark
can be
Crystal
terrifying.
got me there.
Yeah.
It was both Jim Henson. I didn't see Labyrinth till much later, but just circling back to it, even the Tim Curry version of it. This is what I was basing it on. Like that was the movie that taught me that there is no bottom to how scared you can be.
Yeah.
Like it was, like you said, the depth of horror. Like it's confusing and ancient, and there's no rules to it. Like it
Right.
was
Again,
indecent to me. Like it was killing children. It was being horrifying in this abstract way that I just had never encountered that in anything at
Right.
that age yet.
it's not a physical thing,
No.
which was a big part where it's like, okay, ghosts have to like walk around. Like they're not physical, but they are centered on a geography.
There's a
like
presence.
haunted houses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a presence with a location. Yeah.
Yeah, monsters and demons and shit. Like demons, I mean, I love The Omen for this reason too, which I also grew up on. So, but like this idea, even The Omen, it's like time moves forward in that movie. Like there were still rules, and stuff like this, and like for example, one of the things that chilled me with it, and this is related to this, is of course the picture of Georgie winking,
Yep.
where it was like it just never occurred to me that a photograph could move yet in my life until I saw that moment. And this is similar, where it's like this painting slowly moving and evolving, and you're like, what is it? Is it fucking alive? What am I seeing? And of course, the whole point of this movie is it's like, this meta thing of like, is he real or was he written? Was Sam Neill always a character? They do the part where he's in the alleyway and he rips the poster and doesn't look past it at the beginning, and then at the end he finally rips the poster and it's his own face.
Right.
And you're like, was it always there? Or is he writing this to happen? Is like, of course, the big question throughout, leading into the greatest fucking ending.
And is it happening then? Like
Yeah.
you said, time at least moves forward in The Omen. It doesn't in this movie, not really.
No.
Kind of, but
Yeah. And there's
I
just all
love
this-
the ending is great. The ending is perfect.
The ending is perfect. The ending is one of those endings where I'm like, I bet everybody at the time, every writer, every filmmaker was like, damn it.
Yeah.
That's such a great idea.
That's perfect. Yeah.
This got like middle reviews when it came out. And I can sort of see that.
It's not like if you're not already into cosmic horror, it wasn't as mainstream back then.
It's also a very weirdly structured film that I realized. Because,
Yes, it is very strangely structured.
Yeah,
And it's hard. It's kind of hard to follow.
Right. I always remember things happening at different times.
Mm-hmm.
Like the church and where Vigo shows up.
Vigo, yeah.
And Like, I always think of that as later in the movie, and it's like they find Sutter Kane at like the halfway point.
Yes, yeah.
The cosmic shit when it all tears open and stuff happens like 20 minutes before the ending. There's a lot.
There's a creep to it though. That's time coming unstuck and things getting weird and things start to disintegrate the closer it gets to, like you said, reality just tearing. It's like he literally tears himself apart into a torn open book page.
There's weirdly not much like progress in the movie, and what I mean is like character work, for example. There's no like character arc here. It's basically his arc is at the beginning he's like, this is all a hoax, and at the end he's like, not a hoax, really not a hoax,
super not a hoax.
Oh my god,
very basic noir kind of structure, sort of.
I found one plot hole. Why would he think crosses would ever help?
They're not supposed to help.
Yeah, I guess not.
David Warner says to him, the crosses are a nice touch. They're kind of guarantees they'll keep you in here.
Oh, right. He did it so the cell is the help. Which also, why would you think that's a help? But he's crazy at that point.
He doesn't want to, it's
fine.
Yeah, why would it help? He learns that at the end.
Sam Neill has some bangers in this.
Sam Neill is great in this movie.
He's
so deranged.
He has some of the best deliveries. One of my favorite line deliveries is, I'm sorry about the balls. And it's like so desperate and weird when he kicks the guy in the balls.
It's just a lucky shot, that's all.
He also has the best delivery of fuck that later. And it's like Josh Brolin saying what the fuck in Weapons. It's just, there's an inflection there that I couldn't possibly copy. That's just like, oh, beautiful Sam Neill.
It's a pretty tremendous Sam Neill in this movie.
Yeah, it makes you like I've said this before that Sam Neill is the Dan Stevens of the 80s and 90s. And you don't think of it that much, but it's like this in Event Horizon. You're like, he was a horror guy. Like
Dead Calm.
Yeah. Like you don't think
The Omen.
You know, I think of him as Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But you look at his career and you're like, he mostly did weird horror during this time.
Mm-hmm.
And played like a crazy guy.
Yeah, he played a lot of weirdos.
Yes. It's I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me because like Alan Grant is such an iconic. He's like
such a dad figure.
Yeah.
And it's like Sam Neill is very. I mean, the actor. You know, he raises pigs and stuff. He was a very wholesome social media follow. But like, you're right. His choices are like, I'm gonna play some freaks.
Yeah, I guess he got villain face, but like I grew up with like Jurassic Park was probably the first thing I saw him in.
It's the first thing I really remember seeing him in, but I had seen Hunt for Red October a few times, and I remembered his character.
Right.
I just didn't remember it was him.
It's like neck and neck with this. When did this come out? This is later.
I want to say it's 1994.
Yeah. Okay, so around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do remember feeling like, wow, it's Alan Grant. Like going crazy.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. And then The Omen was before because he was younger in that. Mm-hmm. Event Horizon was after. So it's just like, mostly, again, it's Dan Stevens doing Godzilla X Kong amongst all his other freak shit. Where you're like, oh, he's getting a buck here.
He plays a doddering old dad
wants.
in The Jungle Book. This same year, I believe, in 1994, right?
Yeah. Wait, was Sam Neill also in Possession?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, he's a horror guy.
Yes, he is.
That's what he is. He's a horror maniac at this time. He likes horror, wants to be in horror. It's so weird. Like Jurassic Park is the one where it's like, that's weird.
It for him.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Hunt for Red October because that was a block. And Dead Calm too was a big one.
Yeah.
But also that's horror adjacent.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's a Billy Zane in there.
Wait, in what?
Dead Calm?
I gotta watch Dead Calm.
He's the guy they pick up, isn't he?
He got what?
He's the guy they pick up.
I don't know. I have to rewatch it. This movie has a bunch of guys. It has the guy who created Poison Ivy was responsible for the creation
John
of Poison
Glover,
Ivy.
yes.
Yeah.
Clamp in Gremlins 2.
Yep, it's got fucking Cheston in there, and I'm
Charlton
still
Heston?
not sure what Cheston is doing in this. Yeah,
Doing a John Carpenter movie. That is a trivia question that'll get you every time.
yeah, he's just behind
Who
the
was
desk for the
never
whole
in
movie.
a John Carpenter movie? You throw Charlton Heston into that list, they
People
will
will
pick
assume.
it every time.
It's still very John Carpenter. I mean, the fucking rock music at the beginning is so funny to me because I'm
Well,
like,
I actually like the thing that sort of, I think one of the things that this movie is kind of sort of saying, I mean, it's not like, everybody knows how John Carpenter feels about elevated horror, quote unquote.
right.
But he does play with some themes in his movies, obviously.
Yeah.
And in this one, I think there's an idea about like, because it's a little bit in Prince of Darkness too, but this idea that like, oh well, we're too modern. We're too modern to be spooked by this old spooky stuff. Like
Right.
we've advanced beyond this. So, like we've got, it's like rock music, but it's rock music like playing like horror punk almost, kind of like it's like spooky rock music, sort of like an Iron Maiden guitar solo where it's like, yeah, it's satanic, but it's like fun satanic,
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a little behind the scenes.
We've left superstition behind is almost kind of like what it feels like.
The reason that music's there, according to behind the scenes, is that he was unable to secure the rights to enter Sandman. That was what he wanted for it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So he was like, fuck it, let's do sound alike.
And like anyway, it builds toward the movie. It's like the movie's the big point because people keep
Yes.
saying, "What about people who don't read?" So there's like
Right.
this idea that it's like the movie's like, "Hey, we're in the modern age. We're beyond superstition." Like he gets attacked by a weird axe freak.
That was
at,
one
like
of the
the water gardens in Los Angeles or some shit.
There was a quaint part of this movie, which was like him being like, Psh, horror books, that's so like mainstream schlock. And I'm like, these days, so, like, no, people would sell their soul to make a living writing horror books, first of all. And like, it's just a cute, like, because they're doing the like, look what we've come to these days, where there's a lot of like, I don't read stuff, and like, look at this schlock books and stuff like that. It's just quaint where it's at versus where we're at now. But yeah, you're right with the rock music, which reflects like him watching it at the end too.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, it's like taking it and turning it into this mainstream horror, I guess. Because it probably is reflective also of like, I think of like Nightmare on Elm Street and shit having like, I don't know, Dawkins songs and whatever,
Yeah.
where it's like, like heavy metal for some reason we were putting in horror films, despite it, in
Yeah.
my opinion, being the least scary music ever made.
No, but it's cool.
It is cool. It's too cool to be scary.
Yeah.
I know he also can't help but to be John Carpenter too. I was watching
yeah.
this and like with a critical eye, I was realizing there were moments I was like, this would have been done differently today. Like for example, when the agent shows up with the axe, they start with like a 2-shot of him talking to the guy, and you can see him in the window.
Yep.
A modern horror would never cut away from that 2-shot, and they like turn it more into an action moment, where it's like. It's still like this is also the 90s horror in general, where it's like horror was still like conceptually scary for audiences, that we didn't have to like really juice it up with like sound and like like specific tricks more. There's like jump scares, for example, where it's like technically this era has jump scares, but they're not like so juiced up like today, where they've
That's
got it
true,
down to this
yeah.
weird science,
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I like it. Like that's part of why I like 90s horror, or like the shitty It miniseries, where it's like it's not all dark. It's not trying to look scary. It just looks like any other
That was
movie.
part of it. Yeah, that was part of what fucked me up about it.
Right. It feels like this thing is infected just any movie, as opposed to like we're in a horror film. It's dark. Everything's creepy on purpose.
Yeah.
And this definitely has those vibes where it's like, yeah, it's obviously there's creepy moments, but they're not like dimming all the we're not in the era of color correction and like everything's green or blue and like,
Well, everything is blue in that one shot, but
well, yeah.
did I ever tell you my favorite color is blue?
That's a very silly thing to do.
I know, but it's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. This is played. This movie is somewhat played for laughs here and there.
A little bit, yeah. No, I mean, he literally ends with him laughing.
Yeah, but throughout it's sort of like that vibe of like, again, it's creepy, but Sam Neill is sort of like more incredulous at times, or more like reacting like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
It's weird because like, what's
like
her
a
name?
Jack Burton a little bit.
Right. The lady in this is interesting because
Styles.
She's sort of weirdly catatonic, it feels like at times, or like, because the reveal is that she's written, so it's like the first time, the first time she throws herself at him, it's like, why is she doing that, and then the second time she does it, she's like, I think he wrote me to kiss you or something, and you realize like, oh, she's like, because she's weirdly unfazed by a lot throughout.
Well, she's familiar with a lot of it, having read part of the manuscript, so she's already a little bent by it.
A little crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
because
and then she gets shown the whole thing, and then that's when she's totally, like, broken.
Right. She pretty quickly is like, we're in it. Like, we're in the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because she recognizes the parts from the book that she's read.
Right. And she's... Yeah, exactly.
And meanwhile, he still thinks it's a grift at this point, so he's like, yay!
Yeah, he's like, good, very good, very good. Cool, good job, Happy Gilmore's mom. Or grandma.
Grandma, yep.
She's great.
She gets to turn into a Boogans in the end.
I know. There's some real The Thing shit in here.
Oh, yeah. A lot of these monsters have specific names. Like, if you're a Lovecraft nerd, this gets into it. Like, Happy Gilmore's mom is named Mrs. Pickman, and that's a direct reference. Hobbs End. And,
okay.
A lot of the stuff is, like, directly from Lovecraft stories. Like, I could tell you a few of the monsters. Like, say, oh, that's like a Byakhee. Or, anyway, there's, like, a couple of things like that.
Vigo?
Vigo's just Vigo.
Yeah. He's just Vigo.
Vigo's his own monster.
What's
Hayden Christensen, the Paperboy.
Yeah. It's a weird
There's
weird
a little
moment.
bit like, yeah. It's a little bit of like meta cosmic weirdness to it, because like the actor who played Vigo, his life was truly cursed.
Yeah.
And dark and heinous. And then as the little boy at the end plays Darth Vader,
Yeah. I mean, they didn't know it at the time, but
famous villain, and also very famously disliked in the movie.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a shocking little moment. It's his first film, apparently.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, all you Hayden Christensen heads should check this out. Check
Everybody
this movie
was
out.
Hayden Christensen.
I appreciate that the Vigo is like, I'm not shooting these dogs. Because they could. That mob had enough guns that when he sends the Dobermans after him, I'm like, you have a way to handle this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mow down these dogs.
He has like a double-barreled shotgun, though. It takes a minute to load.
Yeah.
A lot of Dobermans.
The zombie kids, the lady's very casual with the zombie kids. Again, it's all very off. And this is why I was like going back to the reviews where it's like, so he doesn't have much of an arc. She's very flat, on purpose, I would argue. And they just sort of...
Yeah, and she also very quickly is like, starts going crazy. Like,
right. And then they go to Sinister, New Hampshire, which made me laugh because I'm like, it is sinister. Not for these reasons. For the like cheap cigarettes and fireworks and cocaine reasons, but sure. In flat New England.
Some of those things were definitely involved in the writing of Sutter Kane's novels.
Oh, yeah.
He's not railing lines of coke.
Oh, God, yeah.
Clacking away at that keyboard with the door breathing
the monster
behind
was
him.
Cocaine, yeah.
Yeah, the monkey on his back, yeah.
This is all just a movie about cocaine.
Well, he's got a little freak twin on his back. It's helping him write.
Yeah. Yeah. Sam Neill keeps a horn in his glove compartment to wake people.
He has a little clown horn.
Yeah. That's the shit where I'm like, John Carpenter can't help but to be John Carpenter. Like it's weird when things are like silly in this, because you can see a version of this script that's just like really serious.
Completely serious. Yeah.
And
I don't know. I think that
I just realizing like that it sort of meanders, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I can't really criticize this movie in any way, shape, or form. It's more like I'm trying to figure out why it was criticized, why it didn't get a huge reception.
Honestly, I just think this style of horror was just a little too weird and not quite mainstream enough. Like
I guess you're not quite ready for that yet.
Yeah.
But your kids are going to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do think to some extent we're in the era of slashers, right? And that's what made this feel refreshing to me, which is
horror
like,
was also at a lull in this point in terms of popular culture, right? Like it was
right, but
like
there
this is a couple of years before Scream sort of reinvigorated slashers as being like a prestige, or at least a successful genre again.
There's a weird lack of urgency in the middle because it's supposed to be almost dreamlike, where he doesn't think anything is real and she doesn't seem to care because it's all written. And so I guess that's what I was thinking. When they get to the town, it's all like weird vibes, right? Where like he's threatened with the axe at the beginning. And then it's sort of like him going through this town, sort of like even when he gets to the point where he goes in the bar with Vigo and all the fucking creeps are outside, he's just like, you're real good, you know it? You're all real good. So he's not like, oh my God, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It's only until Vigo's like, well, is this fake? And blows his brains out that you're like, oh, okay, like maybe I should leave this town. Maybe there's a problem here.
Yeah, I think he's more trying to convince himself at that point. But yeah,
right.
it's more just like escalating weirdness, right? Like it starts with. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, but I was going to say they established that he lives through it all, obviously, because he's telling the story too.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? The escalating weirdness.
Escalating weirdness, and there's just like the unease begins early on, like the alleyway scene where he sees the Hobbs End poster and then the cop beating the guy in the alley. Like
I want to talk about that. Yeah,
it's such just an uneasy, creepy scene where nothing overtly creepy happens. It's just.
I would argue it is creepy because it's taking a very sinister moment that you could see as being like everyday life in the city, but it's a cop beating a man unprovoked, seemingly. You know, it's a corrupt cop, basically. And so, yeah,
Probably.
they take this deeply uncomfortable moment, and then, of course, he has the dream of it later, and the cop's a monster. And so, like, it's a cool moment.
And it's just this, like, it's just like there's people in the alley kind of wordlessly watching, and he's just clubbing this dude, and it's just kind of the sounds of like grunting and pummeling and just their feet kicking trash and scuffling across. It's just this really dirty alley. It's just a real there's nothing like, there's no boogans, there's no like music, there's nothing overtly like spooky about it. It's just it's grimy and it feels evil or off in like this uneasy way.
The larger idea of the apocalypse, it's a world that seems kind of disconnected and like
chaos.
Nobody, unempathetic. That it's like before even the madness starts.
Yeah.
It's this vibe of like we were always doomed. You know, like we're all doomed. The first guy, like he's like this. What is Sam Neill's job? He's like a private investigator.
He's an insurance investigator specifically.
Right, and the first sweaty ass guy who's like scummy and like
beloved character actor Peter Jason.
Yeah, and it's like all these. It's just he deals with scum.
Yeah,
he's so incredulous to everything. It's all a scam to him.
It's also kind of that's a classic noir character, like a couple of Double Indemnity. He's an insurance claims investigator in Double Indemnity.
It's very noir as a premise.
Oh yeah, it's 100% noir, which is
it's also
another
very,
Lovecraft thing.
Right. It's also very kids fantasy. It's never-ending story shit. What if we were in a book? It's like, well, which book?
This has a lot in common with Never-Ending Story. Like that's the dreamlike, but done in a. Like, it's still uneasy and weird and a little... Obviously, Never-Ending Story is famously creepy for children. But, like,
This is like the Rick and Morty version where it's
Yes.
like, well, you have to keep doing things over and over again until you do what the book says then, huh? Like it's shit like that. The part where she's reading the book as he's doing it.
And what if the book was evil?
Yeah. Again, the inevitability of it all. The time loop was a moment of realization for me. Like there's the crab walk, which is fun. Very Evil Dead. I feel like that we were doing a lot of crab walks. Crab walks were big.
Yeah, well, kind of.
70s to 90s crab walks.
Well, remember, because the crab walk was deleted from the original Exorcist. That's in the
That's
director's
true.
cut. So at this, I don't think we'd gotten really into it yet. Like we hadn't, like the contortionist possession movies hadn't had their resurgence yet. So it was still a little weird in this version. But it's very.
Oh, yeah.
There's a very Evil Dead 2 stuff. Like I had meant to mention that earlier. Like a lot of the movie, like a lot of this movie's kind of vibe. The Devil May Care John Carpenter humor notwithstanding is like the vibe of that scene where he's like, we're not fine, we just cut up our girlfriend with a chainsaw.
Yes.
And it's like and he's
Yeah.
holding his own throat.
So
like
good.
when Styles does the spider walk, her voice is doing a similar thing. It's like it's looped on itself and echoey, and like she does the spider walk, which is like this overt thing, but a very obvious trope now, but it's like her head rotates and like her throat distends, so it's this weird off-looking effect, and it's doing this looped weirdness with her voice. So it's not like stomping at him like blah, 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 blah. It's just being this weird fucking thing that's making this haunting noise and like it's just about making you horrified with what you're looking at, and there's
and it's
nothing
this deeply unpleasant moment, and it's looping.
And it's looping.
And it's a moment of escape, too, where it's like, get out. Just get out. And he can't. And it's so...
And
they do it like 4 or 5 times, the loop.
Yeah.
More than I always remember.
Yeah, it's way more... It's always more than I remember, yeah. I like that there's a little bit of Inception to this. Like, he keeps smoking a cigarette when he's trying to tether himself.
Right.
And he just becomes more and more frantic with it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to tether to. Like, it's like the story itself, like the movie becomes untethered. And I think that's maybe a reason for why it didn't do so well at the time.
Well, yeah, it reminds me of like funny games where they literally rewind the film.
It becomes so meta, right? Because it's...
Right, and that was about making a statement about violence. Whereas this is like,
this is just fun and games, yeah.
But like, I always thought about like, what's the ultimate Lovecraftian madness? It's meta. It's like when it starts folding in on itself, where it's like you're literally watching the characters watching the movie you're watching. It was weird. They don't say it's directed by John Carpenter, do they? On the marquee, do they? Okay, good. So I was gonna say that's necessary.
But all the actors are their characters' names.
Oh, okay. I almost want them to make it Sam Neill and shit like that. I think that would be. But like that sort of stuff is like, that is when you're doing Lovecraft and you're doing cosmic. It's like, how do you break through the confines of film, of storytelling? And it's like that's kind of as far as you can go, right? Is meta. Like, it's like 3D narrative, right? Where you're like, you want a new dimension of storytelling for Lovecraft.
Right, because the whole idea, the main idea, the thrust of Lovecraftian horror, cosmic horror, is this thing that is so beyond your ability to understand that it shatters your mind.
Right.
So, yeah, like, how do you do that in a film?
Right. And it's hard.
It's hard. And this is my favorite way that it's ever been done. I think it's just so effective with the movie itself becoming untethered, all the meta stuff.
I just had to look something up. You know what came out this same year? A New Nightmare, which is the meta.
94. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like we were doing this, I guess. We were doing meta, like in the non-Scream way for horror. Or at least we did it twice.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying? I interrupted.
Oh, I don't recall. Yeah. Oh, I think Lord of Illusion was the same year.
Wow, that's weird.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. But it is like it's like they were going to this place of like, where do we go story-wise that can push this boundary? And this is I don't know.
Yeah, it's because the story, like you said, it's pretty simple. Not much happens. They just kind of get to this town that isn't supposed to exist. God, that's such a good sequence too. Them driving endlessly just through the blackness. But yeah, they just sort of sit in this town and weirdness happens. So I think it's mostly about the format and how we're using the format to show losing your mind in this cosmic way. I like the lengths that this movie goes to. It goes so much further than a lot of other movies when they're trying to show that somebody's going crazy. There's a very, very familiar bag of tricks that they tend to use.
Yes. And this one, I feel like it's everything. It's the way people are acting towards him. It's the time loops. It's the like little moment, like the kids chasing the dog.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's soundless too. There's like a whistle and you're like, what the fuck is that? You know, like there's these little moments like that throughout where it's on the cusp of randomness, but it's not. Where it's like everything is, and that's what it is. Again, like going back to like The Omen, where it's like there's order there that isn't here. There's a feeling of like there's no rules to what could happen at any point to these characters.
Yeah.
And that is horrifying, especially for my little child brain watching it.
Right. It just becomes more and more hopeless. Like the more you're like, oh, there never was any hope.
Right. Like when I think back of this movie, I don't think of all those fucking Brundleflies coming after him. That's not the horror for me.
I always forget that you see that much of them.
Yeah.
I only ever remember the kind of the pulsing, breathing door, and you seeing the beginnings of them crawling up through the hole.
That vast darkness and shit.
When he's just looking at that pit, and she's reading from the book about how his mind is going to tear itself in half when he sees these things, and they're described as like beyond anything, and he's still sitting there staring at that, and it's like, dude, you need to back up, and then he starts backing up. Get away. It's like, oh yeah, I really don't want to see what she's describing, do I?
Yeah. It's not dinosaurs, Sam Neill.
It's not dinosaurs. It's not a Brachiosaurus in there, is it?
No.
You're going to wish that fucking thing spit in your eyes.
Yeah. Such a good movie.
It really
I don't know if I have
man.
anything else to say about it.
Yeah, other than just crowing about how, man, I really love the way this movie is done. I put it ahead of my other favorite Lovecraft adaptation is From Beyond.
Yeah. So many of them are like, what if a monster was gross?
Yeah.
And
what if gross monster?
Yeah.
I like that From Beyond deals with the idea of a parallel dimension. Like that really freaks me out too, and like that sort of like, oh, there's a chaos dimension existing directly on top of us and next to us at all moments. We just can't perceive each other. But if we could, that would be bad.
Up.
As soon as they can see us, you know, that's kind of a thing in this where somebody stops Sam Neill at the bookstore and says, he can see you.
Yes.
Like he sees you now. It's like, oh, that's not good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
So I love that when it doesn't just go for, oh, what if a monster was gross? And it goes like, no. The thing about like Cthulhu is not that he's a big winged shit beast. It's that everybody goes crazy and eats themselves the closer he gets.
Right. It's like, I'm not scared the monster's going to eat me. I'm scared of the thing I don't know the monster's going to do to me. I'm scared. It's this fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
It's the fear of the blackness.
Being swallowed up by chaos, whatever that looks like. And not like random, not like chaos in the fun way, like in the fun social media way. I mean like chaos in the blood orgy way from Event Horizon.
Right. Where it's like, I mean, what if it's fun? What if you get swallowed up and they're like, we have cotton candy? And you're like,
I'm sure there's that
"Oh."
corner of it too,
Yeah,
because like chaos is chaos.
right. There's got to be cotton candy in there somewhere.
There's going to be cotton candy, but you're going to be
but
eating
there's also
cotton.
blood orgy.
Right. You're going to be eating cotton candy watching a gremlin policeman beat a guy to death in an alley.
All right,
Just
the cotton candy will have
silently.
veins.
Yeah, it'll be veined cotton candy.
Yeah, delicious veined cotton candy.
It has like stubble. It has human
Yeah.
hair.
I mean, cotton candy is kind of like hair.
It is
They
like
should have
a
just
little bit
called
like
it
eating hair.
sweet hair.
Sweet hair.
Yeah,
Clown hair.
Don't the French
Call it clown
like,
hair.
the French call it something like daddy's beard because they're a bunch of perverts over there.
Oh yeah, they're weirdos.
Yeah. But yeah,
They don't want people to come to France. That's what it is.
You're right. They're like, don't come here. We're all fucking.
They
freaks.
famously don't like tourists. So I think that's part
Yeah.
of it, right? They just name everything freak shit so people won't want to go there.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Eiffel Tower. It looks like
Call it
crap.
clown hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if
I don't
there's
know why
movies
my
before
French
it.
voice was Arnold.
Why
They
not?
call it clown hair.
I don't know if there's what movies came before this movie that is similar. I feel like I would know.
Well,
if there
From
was.
Beyond.
Yeah.
But not to, like From Beyond is still pretty. It doesn't go into like the really mind bending aspects of it. It really is just another monster movie. I'm trying to think of another one that like really plays.
Again, it's the I mean,
I mean,
the
I
core
know,
to me
I
is
know
what if
they're
horror
out.
could
I
be
know
more?
they exist. It's just
Yeah.
like this was the one that I saw that really affected me.
Right, and maybe there is another movie before it where a guy watches the movie.
I'm sure
right?
there is. I'm sure there's like it's not a new idea to like play with structure, play with time, play with the meta aspects of the medium itself.
Yeah, I mean, look at Psycho. You know, Psycho was a
Exactly, yeah.
famous but I think a lot of horror is this, which is like, what if it can be more? What if it can be different? Like the
What if-
rules that you
yeah.
think you know.
Like
And this really did that for me.
horror can be more about confusion and it's just unease. Like it never needs to like there's just something about sitting in like this malaise that really gets to me. Like this that's kind of what that's like the word that springs to mind for me when I think of In the Mouth of Madness is like malaise.
Right.
Like sort of like in the way that like Alien 3 reads to me as a plague film.
right.
It's just like in the colors, like it's all very yellow and like there's
Yeah.
all the flies and it's very sickly in Alien 3. Like that carries this additional level of it's not just a monster movie, there's also like this unease and grossness to it. And In the Mouth of Madness has that same thing for me where it's just like it's the cop beating the guy in the alley. Like that's the thing I keep going back to is him looking at the creepy ass advertisement for the horror at Hobbs End, and then it ends. It culminates in the end of this brick wall in the alley of this guy just like just beating this dude, and there's all these people just watching him, and you can't see anybody's face, and they're just kicking trash around. There's just that vibe. Like this movie was sort of like the first one that taught me that like a horror movie can never can be the most unsettling thing you've ever seen and never rise above that in pitch. Like it can just make you sit in this unease
Right,
and
because-
malaise, and that just you come out of it like that was the most horrifying movie I've seen.
Because the other part of this is it's also the ending is not just unconventional because of the meta aspect, but because of the structure where it's like most horror movies, it's like, oh, they defeated it. Oh, but did they? You know, here comes Freddy's glove coming through or whatever.
Yeah.
This
Even though I
one, it's
love that
just-
ending and it's the dreamlike stuff, but that did become the trope. You're right.
Right, but this one is like he never wins. He never prevails. He tells the story. And then the doctor's like, "Oh, well, you were no help. Bye." And then the world ends.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you're like, "Oh, there was no hope here. He
Yeah.
didn't defeat anything.
No.
He didn't stop anything. The inevitability was inevitable."
The end is the
Like
beginning.
that's it. Yeah.
like the Smashing Pumpkins song. The end is the beginning is the end.
Exactly like that.
In the beginning of the movie, like when he's in his cell, it's after the balls line. Sutter Kane appears behind him, except you don't know it's Sutter Kane yet. And he turns around, and as Sam Neill turns around, he's like, "Oh, this is a crummy way to end it." And you're not sure at the time. You're like, "Is he talking about killing him? Like, what does he mean?" But he means the story, because Sutter Kane says, "Well, you haven't." It's like, this is the wrong part. You haven't read it yet.
Right.
So I like that right up top. It tells us not only that it's this meta thing, but also like Sam Neill's out of time. Like he's displaced. He doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah.
Man, this is good. I love this movie.
Me too. Everybody should watch it if you haven't.
And I love that John the Apocalypse trilogy. I'm not sure why he calls it that. I'm sure he's explained it in an interview. But
because I would argue The Thing doesn't end with the it's a threat of the apocalypse.
Oh, I think it maybe does, but yeah.
Well, it's ambiguous. Yes.
It's ambiguous. But it's
no. I've written about this on Cracked. I don't think those monsters could take over Earth. I just don't think they're. I think they're too conspicuous. I think ultimately we would handle The Thing. Is my point.
Probably. Well, yeah. Another one of my favorite Lovecraft adaptations is The Mist. And that's how The Mist ends.
The Mist.
It's like, we can have Byakhis and Shoggoths and stuff, but you shoot them with a howitzer.
Right. That's how I think with The Thing, where it's like, how can you tell if they're infected? Well, the fucking mouth comes out of them and they freak out.
They split in half into a mouth.
They're pretty easy to spot in a crowd. Yeah.
You remember that Ghostbusters toy that was a football player, but you pressed a button and it's back open into a monster crocodile mouth? That's how you can tell if somebody's a thing.
Yeah. We're going to lose some people, but we'll bang this out pretty quickly.
We'll figure it out.
It'll be fine.
But I think it's the source of the apocalypse. Because, like, The Thing is an infection. Prince of Darkness is religion. And this is
madness.
Madness,
it is self-destruction.
paranoia, self-destruction.
It's the idea of a society collapsing simply because it's lost its mind.
Yeah, eating itself.
Yeah. It's, again, the mention of things like climate change, where it's like climate change might not be the thing. It'll be our reaction to it. It'll be like the fascism that ensues. It'll be like, it's that idea, which is like, this is about the intangible, the thing we can't really identify as being the end, as more of just our general fucking species and like the way we will eat itself. So Apocalypse trilogy.
It's also literally three different things too. In The Thing, it's like an alien Boogans. In Prince of Darkness, it's the devil. And
this is the power of storytelling.
It's the storytellers. No, it's the great old ones. It's the great old ones, Dave.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should make a
which are also
fourth.
Technically aliens.
He should make a fourth where they all fight.
Yes, where they all fight Godzilla.
Yeah.
He's the fourth apocalypse. Godzilla.
Yeah. It's just this movie, but Godzilla. Godzilla just goes crazy.
Godzilla's an insurance claims investigator.
Yeah, why not?
He's still Godzilla-sized, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's not like 6 foot Godzilla. He's Godzilla.
No, he's on that bus screaming, but it's just his foot.
Everything's blue.
Oh, fuck.
Driving that car down the dark road at night.
I like that. I'll watch that.
Godzilla talking about Mrs. Pickman.
Yeah.
That sweet old lady's never... I can't remember what he says.
Why is her husband naked?
And handcuffed to her ankle.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Because it's fucking insane, Dave.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think that's the only reason.
What she got going on?
That's what I like too. Like it is trying to resist tropes so much that it's like it's not going for the obvious horror stuff. It's like what can we show you that's fucking insane? That's just like that's weird and creepy and fucks with you in that kind of way.
The kids chasing the dog is that for me, where I'm just like, what is that?
What is that?
What are they doing? What's going to happen when they get the dog? What's going to happen? Are they just going to pet it? Are they all just going to pet it?
It's another.
I don't think they're just going to pet it.
It's another version of him seeing the cop beating over and over again. It's like this.
Yeah.
It's this threatening scene. It's more vague with the kids.
It's cruelty. Although the dog, honestly, because it's a dog actor, is like, I'm having a great time.
The kids are having a blast too. They get to wear monster
that's
makeup.
True. You're right. Everybody's having fun.
Everybody's having fun. Jurgen Prochnow is having a blast.
Yeah, that's true.
He got to have that hair, man.
Yeah.
He looks pretty killer in this.
He does.
Vigo's doing a good job too.
Yeah, Vigo's great. It's weird to see him on this end of the haunt of the spookiness.
It's weird to see him do a performance.
Yeah.
Because in Die Hard, he's just and gets exploded. And in Vigo, and in Ghostbusters 2, he is famously dubbed by Max von Sydow.
Yeah.
So
it's weird.
He actually gets to act in this one, and he's pretty good.
I think he's good in this, yeah.
And he's got 2 scenes, and he's pretty good in them.
He's the only person in the town who's like, yeah, I hate it here.
He's the
only like regular person in the town, it seems like.
Well, you see his kid's been stolen. Like the kids get corrupted first, and he's kind of where Sam Neill gets by the end of the film. Like he's realized he's a character.
Yeah, and he said at the end, he's like, he wrote me this way.
Yeah,
like
I have
basically,
to shoot myself. He wrote me this way.
Yeah.
And Sam Neill realizes he's a character and just embraces oblivion at the end. I love this scene where he's like, where Stiles is telling him in the car, she's like, well, if the whole world went insane, you'd probably fall away into madness too, right? He's like, no, not me. That would never happen to me. She's like, well, it might if you were the only one left.
There's real Colin that shot throughout the movie where he's like, I won't be insane, me, Sam Neill.
Well,
I'm the least insane person ever.
Isn't he though at the end?
Yeah.
Is he or isn't he? Because he knows he's the one person who really knows what's going on.
It's true.
Or is he the one person who really knows what's going on?
It's an interesting ending because I forgot on the radio they say like the world is still ending.
Yeah.
But I always in my mind thought the world had already ended. But it's just like, no, the monsters just didn't notice him, I guess, in that cell. Or whatever it is, and there's like they say like the coasts have been cleared out essentially, so he's got free reign of the coasts, so he could go to Disney and shit.
Oh yeah, he can party at Disney.
Take a dump in the White House.
Oh yeah,
that's what I would do.
That's already been done.
Yeah,
by the time he gets there, the White House is going to be like
99%
dumps. Yeah, it's going to be mostly dumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was a blood orgy at the hospital, right?
Probably.
That's what he's hearing, and like you see it in silhouette through his cell window on the wall, but they're just ripping each other apart out there.
There's some slithering.
That's true. There is some slithering.
I got the vibe that there were boogans about.
There are probably boogans there. Like we see some slithering when Stiles walks in the room that one time.
It's sort of intangible, the whole thing, which is like...
Yeah. Happy Gilmore's grandma turns into a fucking squid thing and is hacking apart her boy toy husband.
Yeah. Yeah, she becomes like an Evil Dead monster.
Super does. Sam Neill sees that. He's just like, nope.
Yep. It's a shame.
I'm going to go right to my vehicle.
Oh, man. In the Mouth of Madness.
In the Mouth of freaking Madness, Dave.
Great film.
Such a good film.
All right.
My last thought, my last memory about In the Mouth of Madness. I was scared to watch this movie. I remember all the advertisements. I remember all the comic book pages where he's like getting sucked into a book. I remember vividly what it looks like. That's how I think I remember anyway. Lord of Illusions came out the same year because they were also
similar
advertised
posters
on the back of a comic book. Yeah, sort of similar posters. Yeah. But anyway, I really thought like this was like positioned as the most terrifying movie ever made. So I thought like if I watched this movie, I might go mad like somebody reading Sutter Kane.
Oh, hell yeah. And you did.
I did.
Yeah.
It did happen to me.
Yeah. We've been trapped in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Indefinitely.
Yeah, we're beyond the veil. Beyond the veil of sleep.
No, this one's not, I don't remember the ads for it. I just remember seeing it, like being shown it, and it being really fucking freaky. I don't know.
I also thought
I went into this
Wishmaster was
blind,
going
I
to be
guess.
one of the scariest movies ever made, Dave.
I loved Wishmaster,
So
but
I
it
was sort of
I was not scared
misinformed.
by it. Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, that opening is fucked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love Wishmaster.
That's a bit rough as a kid.
I went to see it with my mom, and at the last minute, she was like, "You know, I don't want to see Wishmaster. Can we go see something else?" So we saw In and Out, which was also a delightful film.
A great movie. That's a much better
Yeah.
movie to see with your mom.
And then I saw Wishmaster on my own time,
Yeah.
and I also found that delightful.
They had a great time. Ted Raimi gets crushed by a statue.
Yeah. Which one, In and Out or
Both.
Wishmaster?
Both.
Yeah.
Kevin Kline drops the statue on Ted Raimi and he explodes. That's the
yeah.
that's the inciting incident.
Right. I want to watch In and Out now.
It's okay.
I remember being good, delightful.
Yeah, it was 25 years ago when I saw. I rewatched it recently, and it's okay.
All right. All right.
No, it's okay.
All right. Well, Dr. Slaphammer, thank you so much
Thank you.
for getting us to do this review of In the Mouth of Madness and Jaws the Revenge.
And several other films.
In and Out, yeah.
Listen, they were all connected, especially In and Out.
Obviously, yeah. He's in and out of that book, sort of. Actually, he's never really out.
I do love that Sam Neill is like, nah, I'm not going to read this.
Yeah.
Like he's like Sutter Kane keeps like the book keeps appearing and he just keeps like burning it. Like
What's
he
his
leaves it in
manual?
the
He's like,
road
"No,
when he
I'm good."
gets out there. Don't you want to read the book for yourself?
It's real, yeah.
Nah,
it's
I'm good.
I that is really fun. Of like Dracula basically being like, "Do you see?" And it's like, "Nah,
Nah,
I don't care. You gonna kill me? That's fine. I'm not gonna read your shit. You can't make me read."
It's Chef in Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
No, I'm good on
Yeah.
the boat. I'm
Yeah.
chilling on the boat. You want to come ashore? No,
No.
I do not.
Call to Adventure? No, I'm good.
Good on
No,
the
thanks.
boat.
Yeah.
Me and Larry Fishburne are gonna stay on the boat.
Yeah. So yeah, Slaphammer, Doctor Professor Slaphammer. Thank you.
Thank
this
you.
This was through our Patreon, patreon.com/gamefully unemployed, GAMEFULLY unemployed. We watch movies every Friday night with our patrons. We have watched this movie before on
Watch
there.
this movie at least twice.
But for $5 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder's a Maniac, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and Himboos, our brand new Supernatural podcast. Maybe they fight a Lovecraft in there.
I'm sure they probably do. They already
Yeah.
did. Didn't they fight
Did
a
they?
Pennywise?
I don't know. No. They fought like a shapeshifter.
That's right.
It's almost the same thing, but
I'm
not
thinking
quite.
of X-Cops.
Oh,
We
yeah.
also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store. We have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So check that out. You can get that cool original artwork on stuff like T-shirts, mugs, stickers, posters, and shit. It is cool and original. Also, rate and review our podcast wherever you listen to our free stuff. It helps. And check out our new show, Badical, BADICAL, where you listen to your podcasts.
Yeah.
One more thought. A better comparison would have been he's like Smitty in Event Horizon who never gets off the boat. It's like, you want to get on the
Right.
Event Horizon? He's like, the fucking shit I'm getting on that ship.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not getting the haunted
I am
boat.
not setting one foot on that haunted house.
Yeah. You know who should have investigated some Sutter Kane is Mulder. Mulder trapped in this world. Sutter Kane would come to him and be like, "Boy, you masturbate a lot. We've been watching you. He sees you. I keep saying he sees you to you, and we're trying to tell you to stop masturbating."
Yes, you tell him he's a chronic masturbator and he won't stop masturbating. I tell him I've already had to commit 17 chapters to his relentless masturbating.
The great old ones are talking to him like, "Hey, so you've told him? Because can you get him to stop masturbating?"
The great Cthulhu is wondering when you are going to stop masturbating.
Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as the Corlew, or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.